What's going on, everybody? It's MrAGeezie here, bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, this time against Samir. Samir comes in with his Volcarona, Azumarill, his Espeon, his Dragonite, Porygon 2, and Conkeldurr. I'm going to go ahead and lead off this time with my Landorus, thinking I may be able to intimidate whatever he comes out with. Conkeldurr, Aggron, Charizard, Florges, and Rotom Wash. So let's see how this battle develops, guys. Alright, here we go. Alright, Samir is issuing a challenge. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and send out Landorus to begin this battle here. And he's going to go ahead and send out Conkeldurr. That actually works out really well for me. I got lucky there. I'm going to go ahead and get that Intimidate off. That's going to lower his attack. And I go ahead and just switch out right there, because I don't want to take anything from this Conkeldurr. I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Florges, and he runs Rock Slide. Rock Slide's not really going to hurt my Florges much, and plus I know he's got Red Card, so that's going to go ahead and switch out his Conkeldurr, which is going to keep him from getting his Guts ability activated. So in comes Espeon. Espeon, every time I go against him, has been Calm Mind, Destroy. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Aggron here, see if I can go ahead and get some physical damage on him, because he's not really physically defensive. He gets that Calm Mind up, which we knew was coming. Okay, special attack and his special defense raises, and since he's faster, he's going to go ahead and run Shadow Ball on me after one Calm Mind. That still does a lot of damage against me. So I run this Head Smash. It's got a 80% chance to hit. It does a lot of damage, nearly takes out the Espeon, but he's got Focus Sash. So I'm like, drats, Focus Sash, that's going to go ahead and keep you alive another turn. So I go ahead and switch out to my floor, just thinking he can sponge an attack here from Espeon. He does enough, but he withdraws his Espeon before I get a chance to counter. So I'm assuming he's going to use him for Death Fodder, or to go ahead and just, I don't know, do a little scouting. So I go ahead and run Moonblast here. He switched out to his Dragonite, and here comes Weakness Policy. Raises his attack and special attack immediately. Now he runs Fire Punch with his Dragonite. It does a lot of damage. I'm luckily able to survive, get the second Moonblast in, and that's going to go ahead and finish off his Dragonite. So wow, you want to talk about barely hanging on. Able to do it here with Florges. He switches out to Conkeldurr. I have a chance. Do I want to go, or I have a choice? Do I want to go ahead and stick in, or keep him for Death Fodder? I go ahead and switch out to my Landorus. Get this Intimidate off, because I know his Flame Orb is going to activate. I have nothing that can knock it off right off the bat. Here comes that Mach Punch, which he would have used against my Florges, but I'm going to go ahead and save that for later. So he's got that Burn ability activated. I'm going to go ahead and switch out now to my Charizard, who's a Flying Fire type. He runs Rock Slide. Did not expect him to predict that, so since he ran that, luckily he missed. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. Oh my goodness, you want to talk about luck there. That could have totally changed the battle in his favor. So now I've got the Sun up with his Drought ability, and yeah, I'm Flying Fire. I'm going to go ahead and run this Air Slash on Conkeldurr, and that's going to be enough to take him out, luckily. That Conkeldurr, oh man, such a threat with his team. So in comes Duck Tank. It's his it's his Porygon 2, which is one of the most annoying things in the world. Not because he uses it, it's just because Porygon 2 is so such a wall. But he gets Thunderbolt when I switch to my Conkeldurr. My Conkeldurr, this particular set, happens to be running Assault Vest, so I'm able to take it. I'm going to go ahead and run Knockoff. I get the knockoff on Azumarill, and I take off his Choice Band, which is not what I expected him to have. Not that it matters, because he absolutely play roughs my guy to death in one shot. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Charizard again. He's going to go ahead and run Aqua Jet. It does a lot still because of huge power and the fact that it's a crit hit. So I'm going to go ahead and get this Solar Beam off since I've got the Sun up. And of course, it's going to be super effective. And it's going to be enough to take out Azumarill, luckily for me. Because, oh man, that Azumarill, if he survived, I'd have been in a world of hurt. So my sunlight goes away with drought, so now I'm dealing with duck tank again. Now since I'm specially oriented when it comes to my attack, his attack's going to raise rather than his special attack, which is good for me. So I switch into Rotom because I can take just about anything he dishes out with my Rotom. He goes with Ice Beam, does a little bit damage, not very effective, and I get my leftovers recovery. So I'm sitting pretty right now. Now does he want to stay in or switch? He goes ahead and switches out. He switches out to his Espeon, who's obviously Death Plotter here. I go ahead and decide to go ahead and play Mind Games right back with him and run Volt Switch. So I get this Volt Switch off. Now the only bad part about Volt Switch, if you knock someone out with it, you have to come in with the poke first and then they come in with one, which I find out here. I send in my Landorus, he comes in with Duck Tank. That's going to go ahead and raise his special attack because I'm a physically attack-oriented guy. I go ahead and run Superpower with my Landorus, and it does a good amount of damage. It lowers my attack and it lowers my defense, but you know what, I figure that's okay because he's a special attack guy. He runs Thunderbolt. I'm thinking that's a misclick maybe, or he wasn't thinking that I was also ground type. Luckily for me, I go ahead and get this superpower off again. It does enough to cause this Duck Tank to faint. Oh man, you want to talk about luck right there. If he had done Ice Beam, I probably would have been in trouble. So he switches into his Volcarona. I go ahead and get this Rock Slide going, and Volcarona faints. Pretty much, guys, if you don't have a Rock Attack against Volcarona, you're pretty much done. Or Water Attack. So I'm able to pull off the win against Samir. I'm thinking just because of that Thunderbolt attack that he did with his Duck. And yeah, his Duck Tank. If he was able to use another attack, I probably would have been toast. But sometimes we misclick, sometimes we get lucky. I'm going to say I got lucky, and it probably was a misclick. Because Samir is a really good battler, guys. If y'all want to check him out later and battle him, you're in for a world of tough battles. Alright guys, well that does it with this battle, guys. Make sure y'all go ahead and leave a like in this video. I'd appreciate it. Speaking of leaving a like, you know, like I said, I would love it if you guys would hit that like button for me. It shows me that you all appreciate what I'm doing and that you would like some more. You can also check out some of my other videos in my channel. We have links here to Pokemon battles, Pokemon live stream videos, and to my Titanfall playlist, in case you want to try something different here. To keep up with all of my uploads and show your support, please subscribe to MrAGeezie and join in on the #GeezeeArmy. Alright guys, until next time, catch them all, and I will see y'all later. Remember, we do live streams on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, guys. Alright, later.